Good morning, good morning. Let's see who's alive and awake on Facebook today. Just going to wait and give it a few minutes before we go on. And just taking this the scenery in here today. It's beautiful today. There's no cloud. Well, there's a little bit of cloud. Morning Naomi. Thank you for the love. Yeah, I've been trying to get my Facebook Live going on my laptop. And everything was working out perfectly. Tested it last night, tested it this morning, and then brought my laptop here to where my normal station is outside, and didn't want to go on. So it's not picking up my camera, so I'm going to have to try again. You don't give up. Never give in, never give up, eh? So good morning to everybody that's joining me live on Facebook. As you all know, I do this every morning. Good morning everybody out there. As you come up, I'll greet everybody. Good morning, Debbie. Thank you for joining. When you come up, please do your share. Press the love button for me. If everybody can do that, it helps tremendously getting it out there on Facebook. And I'm just going to wait for another minute, and then I'm going to take it and we'll go on with my series of growth mindset or fixed mindset. So I hope everybody is healthy. I hope you are keeping yourself busy, new things that you're implementing. And goeiemorgen Shaldray, morning Shaldray. Welcome to everybody that's joining me, the old faithfuls. Again, there's a love button down here. Please, when you come up, do your part and share it for me, and let's share the love on the internet. The more we do this, the more we're going to affect everybody around us. And I had such good feedback yesterday from some of our viewers that, this little bit that we do in a day is just giving them a little bit of momentum every day. So for those that don't know me or that's new here, my name is Coach-Jurie, and I'm a transformation coach, and I help individuals discover their true potentials. That is such a gift to have, to give to people, to take someone, to see the potential in them and to help them and to guide them to become the person they're supposed to be. Because, we are all unique. We all have it in us. We all have the ability to do and succeed and do anything that we can think of. So thank you once again for everybody coming up. And as I said, when you come up, press the love button. It helps me share the love on the internet and on Facebook. So what I want to discuss today is, what I want to go on is the part 2 of self-awareness. And basically, what I'm going to do today is discuss there are 4 steps how to exercise to get to know your triggers, the things that are triggering you. So, Carolyn Spring said, triggers are like little psychic explosions that crash through avoidance and bring the dissociated, avoided trauma suddenly, unexpectedly back into consciousness. A lot of words, but if you go listen to what I said, is that we are suppressing so many traumas and things that happened, that we're trying to disassociate ourselves by ignoring it. And then these triggers come through like little explosions coming through to consciousness, and then it hits you one day. And this is what happened to me many years ago. I was thinking that I'm successful, I'm doing good, and it's all about becoming successful and and do whatever I can, and not looking at what I'm causing. My whole life came in. I came to a point where I realized, but I can't go on like this. Something has to change. And I was blaming everybody outside. After so many turmoils and so many traumatic events, I realized, Jurie, you need to start working on yourself. You can't look for all the external things. So that's when I started working with myself. And that's why I'm here today, to help people. So, to change your mindset, you have to be able to identify the situations that trigger your subconscious mind and observe when you're falling into them. Because we live every day unknowingly what we're actually doing. We discussed this yesterday about being unconsciously unskilled. You think you know what you're doing, but you're actually not. You're not aware. You need to open up your eyes and see what are you affecting. Because we all part of a big ecology in this universe. What are you affecting? What is your output? Are you giving love out there? Are you part of the struggle? Are you just going with the flow? So here's some 4 steps. I'm going to give you 4 steps and the process. How you can become aware of your triggers. First thing is learn to hear your subconscious mind's voice. That's the first one. I'll give you some examples. When you're facing a new challenge, some of these inner voices might say, are you sure you can do it? What if you fail? There's another one. If only you had talent. Or I told you it was too risky. These are all the inner work, all the inner voices talking to you. Another one that might come up, it's not my fault. Or who do they think they are? You know, we tend to look for the answers outside. We're blaming people instead of going in. And I'm going to get to the point in one of the later points. All these things that's coming up are negative beliefs, and they are stopping you from becoming your true potential. So it's the inner voice that undermines so much of what we do. The inner critic that judges us and works against us. The ego is holding you back. It wants to stay in the safe comfort zone. Even though it's bad for you, it wants to stay there. So you can learn to anticipate these voices in advance as they come up. Then all you do is simply listen inwardly to it. Because the inner voice will tell you. It will guide you. Now, what we do at the transformation coaching, the Chrysalis Code, in our therapy, we've got a wonderful technique that we call inner conflict. That stops that inner voice, that inner war that's going on, so that you can become completely peaceful and that everything is quiet, that there's no more fighting. The step number 2 that we've got is you got to recognize that you have a voice. That you have a choice. That you have a choice. You can interpret these voices in 2 different ways. First way is criticism can be a sign that you have fixed talent. You are set. I mean, this is my talent and this is all I can do. And that I have this ability. And by focusing on that fixed set, you don't look at the opportunities of what you can become or achieve. And these are words that will creep in saying, I'm not good enough. Or this is all I know. The second one is, or they can be a sign of you need to challenge yourself and change your strategies and to continue and to develop yourself. And the inner wording that will come out is I can learn new skills. Anything is possible. I can do anything. The possibilities are there. And when you change this mindset, those possibilities, these doors starts to open. The third thing is talk back to it with a conscious mind voice. I'm going to give you some examples on how to do this or how to approach this challenge. For example, a fixed mindset will say, what if you fail? You'll be a failure. The growth mindset will say, well, most successful people had failures all along the way. So failure is feedback. What can I do better? How can I make this work? What opportunities are there? Let me try and change something. It's looking to grow, looking to go forward. Another one is by taking ownership. And here's a few examples of that. Taking ownership, the fixed mindset will say, it's not my fault. it was something or it was someone else's fault. You know, that we blame everybody else. Blame the things out there. We blame the government. We blame our culture. We blame everything else but ourselves. That's the fixed mindset. If you have a growth mindset, words will come up like, if I don't take responsibility, I can't fix it. So let me listen, however painful it is, and learn whatever I can. I sometimes find it helpful for me to write these things down. This is a dialogue that I have in my journal. When things come up during the day, I write it down. And it makes it easier for me to connect with this inner voice. Well, it's just an idea. You can use it, don't use it. I'm just giving you what I do. But it helps for me. But you got to acknowledge it. The fourth step I want to talk about today is take the conscious mind action. What do I mean by that? So once you hear the subconscious voice, once you hear a subconscious voice and respond to it with a conscious mind, you then determine how to take the necessary action that will lead to growth. So you got to become aware of what's happening in here. When you feel uneasy, you got to start say, whoa, what's going on? Why am I feeling this way? And determine then how am I going to take steps? What am I going to do? What actions am I going to take? So that will lead to a better result. Because you don't want to be stuck in this emotion every day. So in our transformation coaching, we talk about cause and effect. For every thought or decision, a belief or action, there is an effect. And we create our external reality from the world within. That's our internal world. We cannot stop being cause all the time. And therefore, we constantly live on the effect side of this. So the key here is to take responsibility for your life. Take responsibility for your beliefs, your thoughts, your emotions, your decisions, and your actions. So be the cause in your life and steer it consciously. Just some helpful tips that you might help you set you on a growth mindset. Now tomorrow, I'm gonna give you some good tips. 14 questions to activate a growth mindset, your conscious mind. So these are 14 questions that you can ask yourself if you want to activate a growth mindset instead of being stuck. Once again, to everybody joining me this morning, I want to say thank you so much. I do this every morning at 10. And make today your best day that you've had so far. Stay safe, share the love, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.